Okay, so I know I said that Power Rangers was next, but I had an epiphany. At around like 2009, this YouTuber Fred was just kind of like on top of the world. You may be a new gen and not know about him, but well, let me put it like this. Mr. Beast times 1,000. A lot of people consider Annoying Orange to be the original Brain Rot channel, which they're completely right about.
Ooh, wow, that was heavy duty.
I guess you could consider Fred to be a brain rot channel, but like he didn't do anything that was overly brain rotting. He just kind of just sat there. But the difference between the weirdos at Annoying Orange and Fred friggin' Ficklehorn is that Fred was going places. These 3-minute skits would absolutely blow up, generate tens of millions of views. He was doing everything: interviews, feature films, music, a lot of music. His channel might need a full Sunny V2 breakdown eventually, but like I don't want to do that right now. I want to talk about this. They gonna kill me in the streets, bro. He got to a point where he appeared on iCarly, which has a little bit of controversy. There was this trailer that, looking back on it, looks like a warning more than a teaser. The whole episode basically just revolves around iCarly and Fred having like a quote-unquote beef, which to put into modern terms is like Drake versus Kendrick, but instead of diss tracks and life-ruining allegations, it's just t-shirts. A little funny note is that when I was trying to find the full episode on YouTube, because I refused to go to Paramount Plus after they removed Sanjay and Craig. No! I kept finding these weird analog horror-looking videos.
Here it is, just posted an hour ago.
Click on it.
You are worthless.
Whether you like or love the episode, and a lot of people did not like the episode.
I just hate this episode so much.
It did pretty well, I guess, and after this, the talks began. This sounds like a war crime.
I was never book smart, I'm money smart, make me more intelligent.
Where you going, big whore?
Okay, so people like Frederick Douglass were pretty popular, but I kind of doubt he was more popular than Fred Ficklehorn was at this time. I mean, Fred became Nickelodeon's, how do I put it, like their dochi, to where they keep getting put in many different products, but like people don't really like them. Around this time, Nickelodeon had a tendency to just like milk their next big star. I would consider Kenan and Kel to be the first and probably the earliest example of this, with probably their most recent one being Jace Norman, which, I mean, you know, he was an actor. Nevertheless, in 2012, it happened. This was dropped like a bomb on an unsuspecting city. This was directly in the middle of the Fred trilogy, so Fred was in absolute peak popularity. He was going to WWE events, which I'm still baffled that they allowed. But in February of 2012, Nickelodeon aired The Fred. The show is Fred. I was looking for the show on YouTube and it's just not there, even though I can watch Hurry Up Tomorrow on YouTube for free, but I can't watch Night of the Living Fred without an ID. Screw you, YouTube. Okay, well, I've stalled enough. What have I gotten myself into? I'll end up skipping any episode that doesn't really add anything to the Fred lore because it's about 102% filler and nothing else. You know, it's a show. A lot of the humor had me just kind of like staring at my phone. There's some genuinely funny characters. Like, I think Kevin is by far the best character. I think the actor actually cares about acting. I would say if there's no character development at all, Kevin would just absolutely start glazing Fred one day, and then the next day shoot him to death. Some of the episodes started to morph into my mind at one point. I couldn't tell a majority of the episodes apart. If you locked me in a room and showed me 2 Fred scenes, I would turn that room into ground zero. And there are a few characters I don't like. Star is definitely one of them. She's a made-up character in the Fred cinematic universe. I just said that. The character just kind of feels like just a random like OCA that somebody added. Okay, so if we're adding characters into the Fred universe, come on, guys, why can't he be here? The first episode is about Fred making a love potion for a girl he likes. Fred, I don't know if you can handle all that. Fred makes a potion for his crush, which works. After that, he decides to flirt with Kevin a little bit and then has to kill a bunch of fire ants with it. Wait, what? Episodes 2 and 3 are about Fred getting blamed for a bunch of stuff he honestly would probably do. He then blames it on another original character named Fred, once again a character who doesn't even exist in the FCU. Oh my goodness gracious. It turns out the person doing all this stuff is Kevin dressed up as him, so Fred gets back at him by dressing up as Kevin. This part was funny, but then it's juxtaposed by absolute nonsense, so like, you know, let's give it like a 5 out of 10. I forgot to rank the other one. Episode 4 is actually a really compelling episode focused on Kevin coming to the realization that his mother just can't stand him. Then Kevin and Fred have a deep discussion about his behavior and how he pushes everyone away. From this point on, Kevin vows to be a better person to everyone around him. This was the next episode.
It's time to change Kevin's diaper!
I don't want to talk about episode 5, but like I'm pretty sure this dude was in Smosh, so like I guess that's pretty interesting. In episode 8, Fred links up with a bat. Yo! He tries to impress her by watching a scary movie, but it's too scary and he breaks his house's infrastructure. Episode 10 is kind of boring except for the part where Fred straight up kills Kevin. Episode 12 and 13 starts by far the worst stretch of episodes I've ever had the displeasure of watching. You see, the episode follows Fred wanting to become class president, so Kevin decides to outlaw him and basically they both decide to fight dirty and they learn their lesson with no class president being awarded. Am I missing something? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, after that episode, I kind of checked out and I don't remember a single thing from the last couple of episodes, so let's just wrap it up here. You know, Fred Figglehorn, it's a very interesting case because if you know the story and what happened to him, basically he just got tired of being Fred, which honestly, I feel like all of us would. I would hate having to be Fred Figglehorn and making a living off of it. And honestly, I feel like these shows and these movies, it's just kind of like, not really a cash grab, but if we're in that situation and we made 30-second videos and they happen to just absolutely blow up and generate millions of views, we would probably do the same thing. But yeah, as a show, this show, honestly, I feel like I would benefit more if it didn't exist. Yeah, I don't really know how to end this. I mean, I'm talking about Fred Figglehorn here, so like, here's an AMV I made of Fred Figglehorn.